Hey everyone, welcome back to Kaykonvo, and today I want to share 3 key lessons I learned on my Optavia journey, and hopefully they can help you navigate yours. I'm basically building off of what I wish I knew before I started, so stick around. Hi guys, welcome back to Kaykonvo. I know. If you've been sticking around with me from the beginning of my journey, it's been a little minute since sis has been here. I totally get it. But you guys have to understand, like, I am super regular. So sitting here and setting up to make this videos, when life starts lifing, it's just like, I'm like, oh, I gave him all the tips I needed. I don't need to keep sharing little bits and pieces of my journey. But then a friend of mine was kind of sharing that sharing your journey along the way continually can help. Like, even I know I posted this video before, like an update, and then I just kind of ghosted, and I apologize for that. But hopefully now the setup I'm trying to do, I could hopefully get these videos out to you quicker so I could share my journey, things that I've kind of learned that helped me along my journey to understand that this is a lifestyle. And we'll get more into that based on the key lessons I learned. So let's just give an overview and a little backstory. And I'm gonna put maybe like a little question up on my community page so you guys could give me any questions you guys have, and I could answer that in another video, because I know some of you have so many questions about where I am on my journey, where I was, what happened over the past year, blah 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 blah. If you're new here, let's just start by going over the Optavia program. So yes, I was on Optavia program and I was at about 215, and then I got down to my lowest, which was about maybe 155ish, 52 as I saw on the scale. So yes, I kind of lost around like 50-60 pounds. You can go on another video to kind of see my journey and that time limit with everything. So a lot of people that have been following me know that the biggest thing on this channel that we talked about was my Optavia journey. But along that, I started trying to figure out different ways to maintain. Do I stay on this program? Like what I do. And as I was a coach, people were asking me those same type of questions. So that's why in this video, I want to give you 3 kind of takeaways I had along my journey, and hopefully it'll help you maybe navigate through your journey. Okay, so the first key lesson I learned, commitment is key. And I know what you're thinking, duh, Alicia, we know commitment is key. No, but like seriously, I mean, for the first few months when I thought about doing Optavia, I was researching, I was looking up, trying to see like how much people lost. Like I was looking at different pictures, and I would like fast forward through their video to see if they had like before and after pictures. And I'm like, oh, did she lose weight? Oh, is it gonna work? Is it this and that? And most of the time when all of us are starting like our weight loss journey, I think the first thing we're kind of looking at is this gonna work? And I think for me at the time, that was my biggest thing. Like, will this work? And I want you guys to understand, navigating through this past year, I want you to know that most plans that you decide to do and you commit to, they will work in some form, especially if your eating habits were really bad and what you were doing just wasn't great, which that's where I was. So like if you get on any other type of plan, the plan is gonna work to some extent. It's more so what you decide to commit to. You get what I'm saying? Especially in the world we're in now, where there's so many different plans out there. And I think for me, a key lesson was stop worrying about what you're doing, how you're doing it. Pick a plan. Tell yourself what you're gonna do. Write it down. Even if you're meal prepping and you're doing like a simple plan to eat less calories, whatever you do, figure out what's something that in the time your life is right now that you could actually commit to. That's what's gonna help you get through any weight loss journey. And I know we're gonna get to that later on. I keep saying weight loss journey, but as I go through this video, I want you to understand how that statement in itself became so different for me. And the crazy thing is that first key lesson of figuring out what you're gonna commit to brings me to the second key lesson that I had to understand is plan beyond the program. No, it's crazy. Because like, even for me, sometimes when I'm starting to do something, I get really overwhelmed about like, oh, the long term, right? So I try to stay in the moment, don't overthink it, don't do something that's gonna make me go all or nothing attitude. But sometimes when you're doing that, you forget about what you need to set up in the future for you to continually do the things you're doing. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like, okay, we want to clean our house, right? Cool. We'll clean your house. So for the moment, your house is going to be clean. But what happens later on when the house gets dirty again? As you're going through whatever program you're going through, really try hard to figure out what are those triggers and things that you don't do on a normal basis, that after you finish this program or a plan, that on your own you could kind of take those lessons and things and plan into your everyday life, right? Because look at it this way, so many people ask me, does Optavia work? Listen, Optavia works. Like, if you need convenience, so you need the bars and the food to be delivered to you so you can have grab and go things, yes, that is the plan for you. In that though, they also teach you how to eat a meal, a lean and green, because I was on Optavia 5-in-1 program. They teach you how to eat that meal. I was pulling information from that meal to kind of figure out what piece of this can I take with me when I plan beyond the program. But here's the trick. When I say plan beyond the program, if your plan beyond the program is to eat all the things you didn't get to eat while you were on the program, that's where you blew it. Plan beyond the program with the things that you know were helping you lose that weight and stay in that moment. When you clean your house, set up areas and things so that we could figure out how we could keep it clean on a regular basis. If you're budgeting, you know, it's like, okay, I saved so much money. Well, what did you do to keep that budget? What is the plan you're gonna follow once you figure out and get the money, your money right? You pay down your debt. So what are the steps we're gonna take to pay the debt? You know, you kind of get what I'm saying? So I think for me, that was a big issue. People ask me all the time, people gain the weight back when you're on a Optavia plan. Oh, I heard you do this. Well, listen, if I'm keeping it 100, I had gotten calls from people who had did many other programs who were trying this program. So when I tell you, the program you choose has nothing to do with how much weight you gain back. Now, I know there's videos all out there of, oh, if you do this, after you finish, it messes up this and da-da-da-da-da. Whatever I was doing before wasn't great anyway. So this program still saved my life. I mean, it got me to a point where health was even a conversation, and it was something that I thought I could do. So if there's anything that gets you to the point, cool, get to that point. But it is vital that we plan beyond the program, because the program doesn't determine if you're gonna gain your weight back. You determine your habits after if you're gonna gain the weight back. So you kind of get where I'm saying with that, which brings me to key lesson number 3. It's a maintenance game, sis. Like, seriously, man, that was like the big awakening. Like, seriously, no, we all know we need to maintain, obviously. I sat down one day and I was like, I don't have a weight loss problem. Cause I mean, if I'm just keeping it 100, I was kind of losing the same 30 to 40 pounds over and over again. So even when I hit that 50 pounds, I was like, whoa, cause that's the most I'd ever lost. But for a long time, it was like up and down with that same 30 to 40 pounds. And why am I continually looking up a weight loss program? And I mean, I had to sit with myself and be like, okay, hey, my name is Alicia and I have a maintenance issue, not a weight loss issue. And I feel like when I kind of figure that out, even with my videos moving forward, I'm still gonna give you guys tips about the program, because that's something that is a part of my journey. And that's something that I did. I mean, I ate a bar today. I still believe in the importance of protein, which I'll get into later, and the little things that this program taught me. But what are you gonna do after you are doing something in a small period of time where you can't regulate that for the rest of your life, right? And that's how I kind of found fasting, which is another thing I'll talk about in another video. But it's a maintenance game, and the daily choices do matter. I remember me reading James Clear's book, and he would always talk about who you identify as, like your daily habits make you as a person. And man, he's just so right, because there were so many things, and I'm watching these videos and I'm like, oh, well, yeah, but she eats vegetables. But I'm not a person that eats vegetables, but while I'm on plan, I'm gonna eat these greens and these vegetables, when I'm like, we should just try to have a vegetable in all of our meals that we're cooking for my family. Like, that's something small I can incorporate when I realize that I need to figure out daily ways that I can maintain this. And yes, I knew that from the jump, But like when I felt like my new plan should just be coming up with things that myself and my family, when life starts lifing, that I don't go this all or nothing attitude because I'm not on a diet. You know, you ever feel like you're either on a diet or gaining weight? It's like I felt like I had to get out of that cycle, because it was, when does it stop? It's like, okay, I'm on a diet, I feel good for a little while, and then I gain weight back, you know? And yes, I mean, full disclosure, I did gain some of my weight back. I am not the smallest I ever been, which is another pressure of when you're on a weight loss journey. But understanding that you have to, within yourself, find small ways that you can maintain your lifestyle is huge, because that's what you're really gonna want. We're gonna want to live, you know? We're not gonna want to feel like the rest of our lives we are stuck and confined to this thing. We want to prioritize health. And I think that was the key lesson. And I think when you're watching the rest of my videos, I'm gonna, you know, I'm not a professional, right? Let's get that out the way. But I feel like this new thing my husband and I found, I just want to kind of share with you guys, and maybe it could help you along your journey, because I think I never had a plan for after the plan. You know what I'm saying? I never realized, yeah, I knew they were gonna tell you how to maintain, what to eat, do this way, eat the meals this way, and slowly transition. But I'm talking about maintaining. Like, when your life is going great, how do you prioritize health? When your life is going horrible, how do you prioritize health? And I mean, I'm still figuring that out. And if you guys want to come along on my journey, I'll try to share that as much as I can. But you have to understand, I am regular. By no means am I dietitian, specialist, or anything. I'm just like a mom, a wife, trying to share my story. Like I said, in these 3 key lessons, commitment is key. Figure out something you can commit to. Plan beyond the program. And then finally, mastering maintenance. And I want us to kind of do this together. So, I mean, come along on my journey, like and subscribe if you guys want to follow. And hopefully I can keep these videos going and share my story with you guys. So if you have 3 things that you guys, even if you've been on plan before, that you would like to share, please leave those in the comments below. I'd really like to know. Thanks. Bye.